Welcome to Badilisha Radio. I'm Mbali Vilagazi. The voices of Africa and the diaspora come alive on this online poetry platform. Today, we journey the landscape of words and thoughts from Zimbabwe. Cosmas Mairosa is a poet, writer, and arts trainer in children's performance arts. He's also the vice chairperson of the Budding Writers Association of Zimbabwe, and he will be performing at the upcoming Speak the Mind Festival taking place in Cape Town, June 2010. With a father who was a woodcarver, Cosmas chooses to describe himself in the same way. And here he is presenting his sculpture, Which Way, Africa?
This poetry is the real poetry of poetry, which is the real poetry of poetry. Which way, my people? Which way, Africa? What song shall I sing? What dance shall I dance when I hear the thunder of the African drum? But the celebration drums have gone silent. The voices of the oracles have diminished. The gods of the savannah have turned to drinking the children's blood. The children of Neander are deserting their homes. What song shall I sing? What dance shall I dance when I hear the thunder of the African drum? But the celebration drums have gone silent. The voices of the oracles have diminished. The gods of the savannah have turned to drinking the children's blood. The children of Neander are deserting their homes. Is it easy for them to hunt in an alien jungle where they can become easily the hunted? Which way, my people? Which way, my Africa? What song shall I sing? What dance shall I dance when I hear the thunder of the African drum? Was colonialism a blessing or a curse to Africa? Decades after the white man's colonial legacy, has democracy failed Africa, or is Africa a failed democracy? Is tribal esteem fuel enough to trigger ethnic dissent? Are differences in political affiliations a reason enough to cut a brother's throat? Are religious differences fuel enough to draw battle lines in Africa? The Supreme Being loves us all in our different ways. Awake, my people, awake, my Africa. It is a time to preach the gospel of sanity.
Awake, it is the time to preach the gospel of sanity. Absolutely. That was Cosmas Mairosa with his poem, Which Way, Africa? Protest poetry in an age of resignation. What I like about this piece is that Cosmos isn't making declarations, but posing urgent, pertinent, and important questions. Where do we go now? Now that we say freedom has been attained, as framed by the African reality and experience, what happens now? Particularly in a year when we are celebrating a number of independence milestones all over the continent. He asks, has democracy failed Africa, or is Africa a failed democracy? Thank you for joining us, and do remember to log on to our website and join our conversations blog, and that's all taking place at badilishapoetry.com.